Or can I? Let's try that. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. We can start it early, basically.
Sure.
Yay.
That's a rarity, isn't it?
I know. Usually JC is like fashionably late every time. It's like 10, 15 minutes, sometimes late. It's just normal. I'm getting all the stuff ready. I'm just like, oh, I'm here a little early. Let's get going. Might as well. His Airwolf dream just came true. Yes, Raven Rook. I loved that TV show as a kid, man. And I sent my friend Sean, he's like, send me a picture of your helicopter. All right. So I sent him a picture. And he goes, oh, Blue Thunder. And I go, oh, I kind of like that name. He goes, no, don't you remember? It's a TV show when we were kids. I go, I don't remember that. He goes, it was a precursor to Airwolf. And I go, let me go look this up. I never saw it. It didn't ring a bell to me, but I went and saw some clips on YouTube, Blue Thunder. And it was like a jabroni version of Airwolf. So Airwolf came out a couple years, 2-3 years later or something. And then it was like Airwolf was the shit. That show went away and then Airwolf was awesome. But I heard it got canceled and then they sold the helicopter. I read it on Wikipedia. They sold the helicopter to some Dutch company or something. And within a short period of time, I don't know if it was a fog issue. What the issue was, they flew it in a mountain, killed everybody on board. Helicopter got destroyed from the original one from the TV show. I thought, wow, what a way to go out, I guess, with that old girl. But yeah, so Blue Thunder, I think that's the name of her. I'm gonna keep that name, Blue Thunder.
Well, I don't know.
Well, Airwolf crashed. Blue Thunder, I think, survived.
Oh, okay, that's a survivor.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! So it's been a while since we've gotten together.
Yeah, we were just talking, everybody, and he's like, "Oh, Spirit wanted me to send you those 3 pictures. I've sent them to you before, and I did recognize them." And he goes, "That we want to talk about these pictures," and he's like, "Oh yeah, Spirit's been all over." And all of a sudden, I see it right over his head, like we see going this way. I see an orb, right? Razi says it. Here comes an orb, and I go, "Oh, there's one." It's like maybe they'll come over my side too. I'll battle of the orbs tonight.
Come on through, Orbs. Orbs of light and love. Anybody who wants to show up, come on in. Let's have fun here tonight. I mean, this could be a crazy night tonight, but I figured we could go down some rabbit holes. But I'm sure you have a lot of things you'd like to touch on. Hey, and congratulations, Mr. Helicopter Pilot. You.
Oh yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, not too many people could say that. That's impressive. I think you should name the helicopter Sheba.
Sheba. Should I put a little dog face on the side of it too?
Well, it paid for it.
Oh yes, actually, yeah. You're come to think of it, yeah. Out of respect, I probably should have. All right, let's see. All right, do you want to just go right off the bat with the pictures, or what do you want to
do? Is that where you want to go first? I guess we can.
Yeah, I think we could do that first.
All right. So before you show them, I want people to understand a little bit background of these photos. All right. These are not photos off the internet. They're not from anybody. They're from me. And what had happened is I was driving home on Route 89 a couple years back. And Spirit, while I was driving, of course, why not? Let's kill him. And they told me to take photos of the sun at that time. And so I did. And I feel that it's very appropriate, even though, Joe saw him 2 years ago, that at this time it's very important. I had a few people contact me, and they were concerned. I guess there's some stuff going around right now about what I'm about to show you. And this way I could give you firsthand of what they said to me and bring you back up. I mean, the people that remember it, going back a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, might remember, but there's a lot of other people here that didn't get to see them or have the understanding of them. So at that, you can bring them up one at a time or go do whatever you want, and we'll do a little go down
All
a
right,
little bit of
let's,
rabbit hole here.
let's see. I'll do. Yeah, I'll use Zoom. I'll use Zoom's ability to share my screen.
Yeah, anything you can blow it up so they can actually see it, and they don't have to squint. Knock me off the screen. Do whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Can you enlarge that and go right in on the sun?
Yeah.
All right. You see it right there?
Yeah.
All right. So they had me take photos of this. And if you could blow it up even more, maybe you can go in deeper. There we go. There we go. All right. You all can see that, right? You see the planet there. That's about, I don't know, I think you'd call that 3 o'clock. And it's hidden within the rays of the sun. So there's, when I took these photos, I was just shooting blind. I took 3 shots, okay, that they wanted me to do. So you all can see that is not an era with what we would say, sometimes you get those blue dots or whatever when you're taking it with your phone. You can actually see going around that planet, how it's actually pushing it out a little bit. So you can see it's an actual real physical item. Can you go to the next one?
Yeah.
So you can see the dash of my truck. So I was driving. Look at that planet. Blow it right up. Go right up to it if you can, Joe.
That's as close. Close as I
Now
can
you
go.
you could see that
You
one.
can see it. Yeah.
Now that one is at about 2 o'clock. And again, you could see the clouds in front of it and stuff. So that this is nothing that has to do with a camera. It's very, very remarkable to see that. And again, there's no way that you can see this with your eyes in any manner. You just can't.
Well, I mean, even here, like you can still you can see it.
Yeah. And again, I took a couple shots like they told me to on the way home. This is on Route 89 in New Hampshire.
Okay, and then this one.
See it?
Yeah, the thing is, it's always in this area.
Yeah.
And these are all way different pictures, different areas, different, part of either the same road or different roads or whatever you're on. And it's always right up here.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to dive down a little bit of a rabbit hole because I feel this is at the actual time to do it. When they had me take those photos, I really didn't know what the hell I was shooting at or what was going on. They were very adamant that I took the photos. So I did. And then when I got home, they told me to look at it. Now people say, well, who told you to? I don't know. I like the song Spirit in the Skies. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, speaking of old photos, I sent those 3 to myself, like you said. Hey, give them to yourself for the show tonight. So I just quickly, when I sent them, I just renamed them on my desk, my picture folder. 1.jpg, 2.jpg, 3.jpg. So 1, 2, and 3 is just the name of the photos. And I look in there, I go, oh, there's actually a 4.jpg. What is that? Like it's been sitting in here this whole time. You didn't send it to me in a long time, and it's this one.
Oh shit! Okay, we're diving down some rabbit holes. All right, let's have fun here, guys.
Let me just zoom into that.
This one here. You see that handprint? All right. Now, do you see above it that I have a porch? Okay. Now that porch to the ground is, I don't know, 2 feet tops. Look at the size of that. This is the story about this one. This was a fun night. So I was preparing to sell this condo.
Look at the shape of the fingerprints. You can actually see it has fingerprints.
Oh yeah.
But they're kind of weird looking, and they're like almost pointy shaped. Some of them, at least the 2 in the center.
Yeah, that was pretty freakish.
Like an arrow kind of a thing.
So the night before that, I was down cellar. That's a walkout basement. All right. So that's a double hung window that is actually underneath the porch. What a stupid place for a window, but that's the way it was. And that night, I was putting up some sheetrock downstairs just to finish up the downstairs a little bit more. My cellar is huge at that condo. Again, for selling it. So I'm working late, and I don't know. Geez, it had to have been like 12, 1 in the morning. And no, I'm the only one on my condo, so I'm not waking other people up, trust me. And I'm getting kind of exhausted. And then I turn around and there's this little guy looking at me. I go, what? I go, are you shitting me? And he sees me, I see him, and he takes off, right? He was right in the window looking at me, and he freaking takes off. Instantly, I put my tools down. I go, I think I'm working a little too hard here. I called it the night. I wasn't going to go any farther with that. So I went to bed that night. The next day, Nicholas had come over, and I asked him, I said, I had sheetrock in my garage. And I said, Nick, would you help me carry the sheetrock down to go into the basement? He says, sure. So to do that, you have to walk by that porch. And again, remember, the porch is really, it's like 2 feet off the ground or 3 feet. You know, it's very, very tiny. And I'm walking by.
So if you in an emergency had to go out that window, you'd be crawling the whole way?
No, I would be dead.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't make it.
I'm just saying, if it's an emergency, Joe, no, I just call it the day. No, there's no possible way. No, you can't get under there. No freaking. Maybe my son could roll under there. You know, Nick at that time being very thin.
So I'm just gonna get an idea of the size. All right.
Oh yeah. No, this you can't get under there. So we're walking by the sheetrock and I turn just to look, you know, because of what happened to me that night. I still didn't tell Nick. All right. I was just keeping that shit to myself, going, yeah, maybe I worked a little too hard. And you know, I've seen some weird shit, but that was up there. And I looked, I go, you gotta be shitting me. I swear I could see a handprint as I'm walking by. And so I get inside and I put the sheetrock up against the wall and I go over to the window. I said, Nick, look at the window. He goes, what the hell is that? Then I told him the story. He says, you kidding me? I said, no. And this little creature, it was small, but it's like its hand was up against the window as it was looking at me, you know? He's probably going, who's this freak working this time of night, you know? And I was shocked. So then I go, oh shit. Well, here I am. I'm going to sell the place, right? So I take Windex out. I'm trying to get the shit off. Can't get it off. It's still on the window now, Joe.
Wow.
Okay. Whatever was on that hand, the oils, or I don't know what the hell you'd call it. It actually etched into the glass. Strange. You couldn't remove it. It was very, very strange. And then the handprint, you could see what it looks like. How could you even put a handprint like that there when you see how tall it is? You know, you just got to rationalize and go, dude, that's weird. Yeah. I didn't know you were going to pull that one up. But
yeah, well, it was number 4, and I go, man, I think I should show this tonight because 1, 2, 3, 4, come on.
Yeah, the fingers were incredibly long. And I don't know what that shit is, you know, that looked like fingertips, whatever. I mean, that just, no, it's just one of those things.
When you saw this, it was dark outside or no?
Well, yes and no.
I mean, when the creature was there.
It was late at night, yeah. But the thing is my whole basement was lit up.
Okay.
So think about all the light coming out of your basement to the window, and then somebody has their face up against the window looking at you. Yeah, you could see them pretty good, you know. It was one of those freakish things, and I try to do my best when weird things happen. If people aren't with me to witness it, I try to take photos. A photo's worth 1,000 words. It's like, hey, you could call it whatever the hell you want. I really don't care. But here you go. Use your own discernment on that little baby right there.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those weird things. That was the place. It was up on the top of that deck where I was out there meditating for, honestly, Joe, it must have been 3 hours. I was trying to call in later that summer. I was trying to call in my space brothers and sisters. You know, I could call them in at night and see, you know, different colored lights and you say, well, these are ships. But really? Okay. Did you see the orb over here? Oh,
no,
maybe I
think it's too far.
It was like just hovering right here, looking at me. It's like, really? You know, do you want to get on camera? Just come on in. These guys like you. Trust me. But yeah, that was, I had been meditating for, I'd say about 3 hours, trying to call them in and concentrate. And Nick was upstairs playing video games. And I think
at that house.
Yeah, that condo.
Okay.
There was a condo. And I think, and again, you know, time flies. I'm guessing in age, he was probably 15 years old, I think. You know, right about that age, whatever. Not that it matters. And I was about to give up on the meditation because I wanted something in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting up, and then all of a sudden, I'll call it an orb, a silver orb. This was not like a flat saucer. Actually, it was an orb like what you would see at the ranch. Okay, all silver. No sound, no nothing. And it came over probably maybe 400 feet above me. Okay. Now I'm trying to rationalize what 400 feet is, but you could see it really plainly. And then all of a sudden it stopped directly on top of me. It just stopped and it sat there. And then we were holding conversations. It was the strangest thing in the world. And it seemed to have a single pilot that was in it. And we were talking back and forth. And I was so excited. You think the dim shit, I would have been videotaping it, but you know, you get caught up in this stuff and you're not even thinking of it. All I could think of is my son, Nicholas, that he needs to see this thing. And that's when I yelled up through the screen to him, Nick, come down here, come down here. He thinks he's, what's going on? He thinks he's in trouble. And I'm holding one finger like this. He says, what? What? And then I do this. He steps out, he looks up. He said every dirty word you could think of, Joe, at that age. He said that was the most unbelievable thing I ever said. You know, and he's just like, and then it started to leave. And he said to me that he'd come back more often during a day if I would like to. And I said, sure. So he started driving away. And I said, no, come back just a little more. So Nick could see you a lot more. So the thing came back and it sat there for another 5 or 10 minutes. So 5 or 10 minutes is a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah.
And so we just sat out there watching that and like we were just blown away at that situation again, because it wasn't like you were watching an orange light or a single light. I mean, there it was in front of you in the middle of the day. So there was, you know, it was one of those remarkable things, you know, that occurred. Do you want me to go a little farther on what happened?
Yeah.
You sure? All right, people, we're going down a rabbit hole.
Is the Pope a pedophile? Yes.
Remember, you two in YouTube land, this is just a dream. But I was awake. No, it's a dream. That night, I went to bed.
Which night?
The night of the UFO.
Okay, when your son saw it.
Forget the little alien guy. I never saw him. He bolted. I went upstairs and just called it the day, you know. So that night, and those were not close together either. They were probably separated by at least a month. It wasn't like I saw him and then the next day, you know, calling the ship. No. I believe it was at least a month in separation. Okay. So that night that I was connected with that spiritual, that silver orb, whatever you want to call it, I'm laying in my bed. I haven't fallen asleep yet. And I'm laying on my side, looking towards my window. And then all of a sudden, I start lifting off my bed. I swear to God, this happened. This was real. This is, I've got to say, I faced a lot of things out there. This scared the living shit out of me. Okay. So picture this. I'm laying on my side. My door is at my feet to go out into the living room. The windows would be to my left, I guess. I start levitating off my bed. And I was about maybe a foot, 10 inches to a foot off my bed. And I started floating like this, all right, towards the window, all right, that I was facing. And I really freaked out. You know, I go, you guys are going to give me a heart attack. And I'm talking really out loud. Okay. I said, you guys are going to give me a freaking heart attack here. And so I'm calling in my guy. I'm calling in everybody, you know, to stop this, whatever the frick is going on. See, now I haven't put 2 to 2 together yet. Okay. All I know is I'm freaking levitating and I've dealt with some crazy ass shit. You know, that's someone from clearing houses to whatever. So I'm going, oh boy. And all of a sudden they put me back down on my bed on my side, but I couldn't move. I couldn't freaking move. And that's when you really like, feel helpless.
Not even your toes, nothing. You're just.
No, I could not move. And that's very frightful. Like I said, be careful what you wish for, you know, because, you know, even to the day, it takes a lot to catch me off guard with crazy shit, but they do sometimes. Okay. Well, I ain't seen it coming. So they laid me back down. Now, understand, I can't turn and look what's behind my back. I can't turn. So I'm really freaked out. And then all of a sudden, I could feel whatever's behind me, all right, get in bed next to me, all right? Exactly the same, like the legs were down by my legs and so on and so forth. Snippy's going,
yeah, like, bro, was someone spooning you, bro?
dude, you know? Then all of a sudden, I felt one leg go into one of my legs in it. And then I felt another leg go into my other leg. Now I'm really freaking the hell out. And then all of a sudden, I felt like half of their body went inside mine from my hips to my shoulders, right? And again, understand, you have no control, all right? I'm freaking out, man, okay? And then, and again, I didn't stop trying to call in my guides to stop this shit from happening. Okay. I'm thinking possession, total possession is what's going on here of some entity. I'm freaking out. And then all of a sudden I feel the back of my head getting pushed. It's like whatever it was trying to finalize and get in my head and have the whole body completely. And it banged my head a few times, right? And literally my head would go forward like that. The whole thing stops. Okay. And then it leaves. Now, I never saw it. Don't know if it was more than one. I have no freaking idea. But a few days or the next day, I see Julianne, and we were having a big thing up to New Hampshire Metaphysical. And I told her what happened. And, Julianne has seen a lot of weird shit with me. Never mind the weird shit she brings. Okay. Yeah. It's like, really? And I go, yeah, something weird is behind my neck here. And I told her what happened. And then she looked, and you've seen it. I have this, what looks like a very large implant that's bulging out the top of my spine, and it's still here today.
Yep, I've seen it.
And yeah, you've seen it. And, and it's weird looking. Go ahead. You look like you want to say something.
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure my old YouTube channel you showed it one time. And and you can see the damn thing, and I go, holy shit, But that channel's been terminated, so.
Okay, I know you want me to strip and get naked for you. Okay, I don't know if you could see this or not.
We'll try it. I know you did last time. Move your whole body to the left.
Can you
Are
see
you touching it?
Right here.
You need to pull your shirt down just a little bit. Yeah, right there. Bang. I just saw it. Now move your whole body left, right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there, right there, right there. Look at that son of a bitch.
That's my fourth eye. Everybody's trying to activate the third eye. You got to get the one in the back.
I was going to say, I think I got a hemorrhoid on my fourth eye right now.
Oh, there you go. So the crazy shit about it, we were having a big function up to New Hampshire Metaphysical, and we had, oh my God, 1, 2, 3. It was either 3 or 4 masters of energy, manipulating energy, and they are teachers. And I really didn't want to discuss what happened to me. But Julianne brought it up to them. And
wow. Right shoulder. Whoosh! That one just flew like right in your right shoulder. Go ahead.
Yeah. It could be weird.
Yeah, they come back right now. Woo, dude. Then you come back, you got 2 marks on your neck or your back.
It's like, ooh. So they put me in a chair, and because I was a little sore, I said they were all Reiki masters. We're talking people who've done it a long time. So they saw the lump back there. They go, what the hell's this? It's just something weird, And I didn't realize Julianne said something to them. And so they all were doing Reiki on me at the same time. And then one of them goes, are you guys seeing this? Right now, I can't see it. And they'll go, oh my God, look. Right. And they're talking about it. I said, I'm awake here. That thing was being affected by the Reiki masters, and it was moving. It would go from one side to the other, and they were freaked out, going, what the hell? I said, okay, enough, guys. Let's just stop right here. I'm not going to mess with it, But yeah, that was weird shit, man. So I backed the ship up, and I said, what did I do wrong here? And then I went, oh my God. When I was calling in that ship, I said that I wanted to connect with my brothers and sisters. So they were trying to connect with me physically. I did it myself. It was my fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't theirs.
Ask and you shall receive.
Well, that's why I say be very careful, at what you ask for, and be very, very smart on some of these things. And so that was a freaky thing. And you guys thought the handprint was wild, huh? I don't know. You think I should have a tattoo put around that of a crow, and we can have that thing as an eye?
No. 2 vultures. They share the same eye. There's some crypto down below.
Being one with the vulture. Wow. So we're diving down some crazy shit. But you know what? It's Friday night. So guys,
Right.
let's have some fun here. So do you want me to leave and go back to the photos where we
Yeah.
started?
So I was just feeling like, we're good on that. Let's go back to the photos.
All right.
The sun thing.
So when I gave that to Joe quite a long time ago, these are the words that they gave me. All right. So again, this is not something that, now chances are the photos that I just gave you, they probably will end up all over the freaking internet now. Okay. But they were taken by me. All right. With my cell, I was driving my black F-150. What they told me, they wanted me to see that, and they wanted to give me heads up. And they told me that these planets, and they didn't call it Nibiru, they didn't call it anything like that. They called it, as you folks have all heard me say in the past, the crossing of the planets. Okay? And that this was going to happen in the very near future. Now, the way it was coming to me, I almost thought it was going to happen that next summer, because I kept on getting summertime. Okay, this is going to happen in the summertime. And if I remember right, I could be wrong. I'm thinking that I took those photos in the fall. I could be wrong, so please don't hold that to me. Doesn't matter. I took the pictures. And they told me that we were going to go through this time that they called the crossing of the planets. And I've given enough warning. I know all those YouTubes are gone, and that's a damn shame. We had some good stuff out there. That it would start off with storm systems would start to increase everywhere across our planet. Very erratic weather. Okay. Volcanoes would increase very erratically. These things would happen. Storms would stop popping up where, we actually had a little last summer where there'd be hail the size, of a small bowling ball or whatever, that these are going to increase and the weather systems will get worse. But they assured me none of these planets are going to hit us. None of them. So if you hear out there a bunch of horse shit, oh, we're going to get whacked by the bear. You know what? If that happened, it doesn't matter. I'll meet you on the other side. Come to my pub. Best spirits in town. Joe and I will be there. He'll be bebopping that night. Okay.
Yeah, look for the alien handprint on the front door. Yes.
And but during this Planet of the Crossings, that there's going to be a lot of disturbances. And now I take a look at certain things that are going on. We're in a year of 2222. We started this a while ago with the 22 parables. The 222 is still going on, and it's getting bigger. It's like with every event. Do you remember when I told you the dominoes would stop falling, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I said, but every time I saw the dominoes fall, all of a sudden they would hit like a certain staging area where there'd be all types of fireworks going all over the place. And then they keep going, like anybody who would do those types of things. And we're watching it happening now. But with every 22 parable, and that started with Jonah, the whale, all that bullshit, the church, Revelations. And I think a lot of that stuff is still up on YouTube between your channel and JC's channel. That this is increasing. And with everything that we've been shown, that like something will pop out on that date, and but it becomes very, very big as it proceeds forward. It's almost like everything that's happening is a snowball going down a mountain, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as these events come closer. And I think it was back in April, you and I were on, and I made a joke because I said, they keep telling me about May 8th, and then I turned and looked at the calendar. I said, shit, that's Mother's Day. Remember I said that? And I go, nah, that's not it. I said, something big is happening on May 8th. And somehow it's interconnected with the 222 parable. I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden you sent me stuff that happened on May 8th. Other people started sending me, and there was a lot of very important things, okay, that happened on May 8th. But then somebody sent me the one, and that was a filming, and I've cross-checked this, so I went to some other source, and I think you did too, that on that day, all the skies in China turned blood red. And I'm not talking for 5 minutes. I'm talking for hours. And it was the most eeriest thing I've ever seen. So after I finally saw it, then all of a sudden I got this hit. I go, what? And they said, understand, okay, this is a warning. This is an omen. And the 2-2 parable continues. I went, oh, shit. I said, you got to be kidding me, right? And I go, wow, the next 2-2 would be what? May 22nd, right? I go, all right. So again, you've got to keep the analogy of a snowball that when it shows up, understand whatever that is, it's going to morph and get bigger and bigger as you proceed through this year that we're going through here. And then on May 22nd, you sent me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the World Health Organization trying to take over global health rights of all the countries, which actually failed, thank God, but it was a big deal. And then now we got Biden and them going for our guns, which may be the next stage.
Yeah. Now, the other funny thing somebody sent me, but I haven't researched this to prove it. Okay. They said the premiere of 2,000 Mules was seen by President Trump on May 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell. All right. I haven't validated that. I saw it. I went, that's weird. But the thing is, there's like 7 or 8 different things. And I'm going, my God. And it's part of the parable, so it's going to get bigger. So I say to all of you that the next parable to me is June the 22nd. Okay. Anything with 2 2s. I have no idea. But everybody out there, pay attention to whatever you see. Because I certainly don't have the eyes to see all that, okay? But everybody out there can spot things, go, oh. Now, I brought the pictures up because I think it's going to be very important for a lot of people to keep in their minds of what they told me, that these things are all interconnected. Those planets are not going to hit us, but they're going to create a disturbance in the force or the Fed.
Disturbance in the Fed. Yeah. There's a disturbance in the Fed.
Yeah. So a lot of things are happening. So I'm going to take another jump. Remember when I was in the hospital and on New Year's Eve, I had not New Year's Eve. No, not that night. It was like New Year's Day or the next day. It could have been the 2nd or the 3rd that they came in and gave me visions of, and remember, this is the first week of January, of Putin fighting in the ring.
Yeah.
There was no war going on. There was nothing. Well, needless to say, you guys could go back and listen to those visions that are on Snippy's YouTube here. It all came to pass. And then they gave me another vision, which was the next round, where Putin came out. Yep. Where this time he's not playing chess and there's no fakes. And then he punched the guy right in the face that turned into a toaster. And that was the head of NATO. And then all the dollar bills came out. That's happened.
And nobody wants the dollar bills. Remember that? No one in the stands came running for them.
That was the weird thing. And that's why when you can look back at the vision, you go, holy shit. It all makes sense. Yeah, to the T, it does. And understanding that that's still going forward. All right. The head of NATO is going down. And NATO, as we know, it's going to go down. Okay.
And he's wanting Russian rubles in payment only for his oil and gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not dollars.
Yeah. So, you know, I think after that, we got the vision of the earthquake that went around the world. And there was a separation between East and West. Right. And I said, Putin's going to do something that's going to ripple around the world. And it has to do with finances. And then I think you and I were doing that on Sunday or Saturday. And then on Monday, he went on the gold standard.
Yeah.
Ripped, but boom, happened again. So everybody who's out there, I guess there's a million ways to panic on what we're watching, but you got to keep hope in your heart and understanding that the roots of the tree of evil are being shown for what they are. And Joe, I know you remember to the T when I argued with spirit, I was pissed because of all the terrible things I see. And when I asked them just to cut down the tree of evil, and they said they couldn't, they needed to expose the roots to kill the tree. Well, worldwide, this is what's happening. All of us together collectively are sitting here going, this is just horrible. Why doesn't more happen? Why doesn't more? Well, if it all ended today, all the roots would not be exposed. This is deep. This is really deep.
Yeah. Yeah. If Donald Trump won the election and was the president, what would be exposed?
None of it.
Hardly anything, if anything at all.
That's right. So no matter, sometimes you go to a movie and you go, oh man, this sucks. And then 3/4 of the way through, you go, oh my God, this movie's freaking unbelievable. You got to keep the faith. All right. And during these times here, don't worry about going out. Go into your heart here. Connect, okay, with source, with the creator, or maybe you call God. Okay. I just don't like to use the word God because too many entities have come here using their technologies and trying to convince us they're gods, and they're not. Okay. My God, the creator, source, creates with a breath. That means out of nothing. Can I understand it? Absolutely not. Am I supposed to? Absolutely not. I'm okay with that. Okay. But don't bring something out of your back pocket and create a fire and go, oh, I'm God. No, you got a big lighter in hand, you dickhead. It's like, really? We've been there before. That might have been good back in caveman time. Not anymore. You guys got to do better, And this is a time to just really connect, try to do everything you can to do things that are right, and to bring in the light and love that we all need to expand out. Like they showed me our planet, and it was getting covered with darkness. And I kept seeing little pinpoints of light popping out. And they said that that's us, that we're trying to push the darkness away. Did you see that orb go by me again? This is getting ridiculous.
Not this time.
It's like, could you just land on my arm? Can you do that? Be cat right.
It went behind you right as he said that. It was like,
it's like, come on, just come on and join. Holy moly. It's not that big of a deal. We know you're around. But yeah, so we that's so funny. They just gave me a song for us all to think about. And it's weird how they do that. And the song is Riders of the Storm.
Riders of the Storm. Yeah. And Riders of the Storm.
So this is not a small thing, even politically, as the world's changing. It's all being changed because of the crossing of the planets. Our planet will vibrate much higher in its human resonance. There's going to be a big separation of humanity. And this is what's happening. But the thing is humanity is going to have a choice here. What path are you going to follow? And remember, when we leave here, okay, that's where you're choosing your path. All right. And there's going to be higher vibrational people, lower vibrational people, because this is what they want and this is who they're going to follow and this is where they're going to go. But our planet, okay, and these timelines that we're dealing with is going to become very, very spiritual. And in turn, Joe, there's so many people that I read and talk to that spirit tells me who they are. And it's like, dude, I go, do you know who you are? You know, and you realize that they're so gifted and they're growing in such a manner they don't understand it. And it's like, okay, well, this is what you really should be doing next for your toolkit. And to go further on, it's like what we watch with Joe here. Look at where Joe's come. I mean, you can't make this shit up, you know? And that's only the stuff that you talk about. It's stuff you don't talk about. It's kind of like, yeah, remember the old day of the owl trying to come in and get you? And I'll never forget that when we were doing that, and then you were having your dream, and you went into South America. Remember?
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell them a little bit about that one, but give the backstory of what happened when you were on your way to get your daughter. And I said, you need to sage first. You got to sage before you go. Why? Just do it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That story was remarkable. And who was waiting for you at your house the whole night yet? Come on.
Yeah, I was like taking the so I felt like I was in South American country in the middle of nowhere, like no civilization. There's huts and shit like that. People living primitive, but they would take these American kids and rape them and film it and then sell it and traffic the kid or whatever. And I was kind of watching this little boy, or I was the little boy, and they had like a holding cell where it was not quite as secure as the other ones. Like if you were getting ready to, they were getting ready to come get you to use you for something. And I escaped and ran off. Well, first I was watching this girl, them do this thing, this something bad to this girl. I see this big like owl or bird of prey or something lands on this guy. He was up at the top. Like they were in I felt like we were in a pit, and this guy was up top, just like he was watching, make sure everything was going smoothly and everything. And this evil bird lands on his like right arm or shoulder or something, and he's just looking. And the bird's just like this evil ass bird is just like, yeah, like it would give out this just evil squawk, just this, like it was even, and I think even picked his right talon up and was like going, like it was doing a magic ritual or something. So I'm like, but I knew it couldn't see me because at that point I wasn't the kid. I was like floating around, like watching, like what the hell is that thing? What's going on here? And then boom, I'm the kid or whatever, and I ran off and I got help, and I was able to finally get out of there, and but then anyway, so I'm driving now with my daughter, and when we were coming back home, it was nighttime. And
this is real life now.
Yeah, real life, no dream now. So I'm coming back home. I'm right down my normal street and almost to my house. And all of a sudden, I just kind of see this, peripheral vision thing. It's nighttime. My headlights are on, and it's kind of a dark street. So I just see this, like what? Just something coming screaming at me, just in the front of the car, but on the side of us coming in. Bang! Crashes right into my door, driver's door. I mean, just bam! We're like, whoa, what the? I stopped. I'm like, what the hell was that? And I go, oh my God, I think I saw a bird or something just flew into the car. So I back up, I turn around, and there's this owl standing completely still in the middle of the road. And so I drive up to it. I stop. I mean, it's clearly alive because it's sitting there, but I wasn't sure if it hit hard. So I get out, and my daughter's with me, and we get a little close to it. And I go, no, don't get too close. He's got some pretty sharp talons. It's an owl. And I just got a little closer, and then it flew up in a way, landed on the tree, and that was it. And then, it was, I don't know, a month or two later, I see the hawk was like, came in and was like the protector hawk of my area. And it was like, I remember seeing that owl, and it was hanging out around my house. Like, I'm like, man, what's up with that owl hanging around my house? It wasn't a good vibe from the owl. And I was out with Ian, I think, taking him for a little stroll in the little electric trike thing. and I see some little commotion above me, and I see the owl and the hawk kind of battling above this branch, like hopping up and battling basically. And I go, wow, I've never seen that, a hawk and an owl. And so I called it Protector Hawk because it was like the protector of the area. And I still see him every now and then, but I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a damn owl.
Now, a couple things that you didn't elaborate on that I want to bring up is, so he had that dream. Okay, I think it was the night before, whatever. So I'm talking to Joe, and it was the next day. And I said, Joe, you understand that evil's coming in and trying to connect with you. And I said, and I started going through it. He said, I got to go get my daughter. I said, you need to smudge before you get her. He said, what? I said, just do it. He said, so you smudged, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes out, he goes to get his daughter, and the owl smashes into the side of his car.
Yeah.
All right. Then I think it was the next day or whatever. Where the owl and the hawk were fighting, right? I said, understand what spirit is showing you is a battle of good and evil. And I said, and on top of it, I said, when you get home, the protector hawk will be waiting for you. And you go, no way. And you go home, and was a protector hawk waiting there for you?
Yep.
Mind boggling, right?
Yeah.
But this is the way spirit tries to work things out, to show you these things so you can have an understanding of it, that it really is deep and it's real. Okay. And then when you have these understandings and they happen in real life, you just go, dude, that's crazy. Well, it is, you know. Or Joe will be thinking of me, and then I remember I gave you a call because spirit wanted me to call you. And so you walked out on your porch, right? Because I didn't think you wanted to wake your kids. I don't know what the issue was. Instantaneously, what happened with all the black crows?
Oh yeah, it was like a swarm came into my backyard.
Yeah.
And I have not seen that many come back ever again, like that.
Yeah.
I see 3 all the time, but I don't, not like that. They were just it was a giant crow meeting.
Yeah, you were freaked out going, what the hell? And they were very boisterous.
Yes.
And there was one that was really looking you down. And then immediately when he gets off the phone, he goes in the house to hang the phone up. He goes back out there to see crow, not one crow. They're all gone.
Yeah.
It's like, again, you can't make this up, but you got to have that spiritual connection to start to recognize these things. It's kind of like the 2-2-2 parable. Okay. It's real.
Yeah.
We're watching it happening, trying to understand it all. This is why all you psychics and all you that are listening to this, you guys have connections. There's no doubt in my mind. All right. And to hone in on this is a very huge thing, because this is building for this year and there's a lot going on. All right. And that song, Riders of the Storm, understand it's not just one simple thing. And actually, I have to get buried by a storm right now or something.
Us, not us down here. It's been raining off and all. Every night it rains, like in the evening, but not right now.
Well, that's good because you need it down there.
Yeah.
But understand, it's like I said with the cryptos and money, that it's a little boat that's in the ocean and we're going up and down. We're riding the storms. Okay. It's not going to be one item. And, like I said in the chat, try to grab some of the breadcrumbs, even if you have to listen a couple times over. We try to talk in a different manner that Joe doesn't get knocked off the air. Okay. I got to be careful how I say that. Consider they tried to knock me off already. They do it permanently. But so when you start to see a little bit more of things in the sky when you're looking up, Don't be freaking out, okay? Just here's what it is. Enjoy it. Take some pictures. Okay? It's just everything we know is going to change. We're never going back to the way it was. That doesn't mean it's bad. Okay? Humanity needs to go forward. We can't stay locked back the way we are. Okay? And all these factions that are trying to control everything, have a nice day at this. Because the famous word that Spirit keeps telling me about that, you're going to see this all the time. I didn't see that coming. Okay? That is out of their control and way bigger than everything. And even way bigger than the beings that are trying to control the situation here. Okay? There's beings way above them, way above. So again, we just got to keep the faith here and go forward and positive. Wow, did we get on a rabbit hole?
Yes, we did. So there's a few people, of course, asking about crypto. What do we think about crypto? Some people have lost faith. They think it might not be coming back, and I'm like, it's coming back. It's just they do what they do with the market. You got to just scoop it when it's low and just wait. And
this is what it's like anything, spiritually connected or not, is we as human beings become very impatient. And I get it. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if I can legally say this or not. Screw it. So, this is what happened to me. So maybe that's kind of legal. This is not advice for anybody. None. Don't listen to anything I say because it's always wrong. So when the market really had a big drop, I don't know, 2 weeks ago or whatever. I mean, really big. So far the bottom of the bottom. Instantly, I just kept hearing, sell now, okay, and that'll be a profit for later. And so I understood what I was getting. This is, trust me, this is not from a financial guy. Hey, no offense though, all right, guys? Okay, but so I know a lot of people like to hodl all the way to the bottom and then all the way to the top. And that's only one transaction. You bottom at what? Did you see that one?
No.
They're like getting really close to me now. It's like, really? You're gonna poke my freaking eye out. and when you huddle all the way down and then all the way up, that's basically, as I know it, that's one transaction, right? When you sell,
yeah, you haven't done anything yet. And
so you're going to show a profit from that whole time when you were up here, and then you back up here and you show nothing for profit. So I personally sold all my shit, not all of it. I didn't touch my XRP. I'm in there so cheap, I can't do nothing. Even if I sold it, I'd be at a high profit. By me selling, I've had a massive loss. Right?
Taxable write-off.
Yeah. I am on, and I've said it to Joe, I'm on Coin Tracker, which is just incredible. 100% the most legal thing. I mean, they monitor everything. It's free.
And if you bought right back the next day, let's say, that's a new transaction.
That's right.
So that doesn't count. So if you're worried about selling, and what if it goes up and I sold and I got to take the loss for the tax? If you sell, and honestly, within a very short period of time, buy it right back. It's another transaction. Yeah. So you have a loss, and then you have a new start essentially down here.
Right. So why would you whine when you know that you're going to be taxed really horribly, okay, on showing nothing but a pure profit, when you can actually take advantage of this and then get back in it? Okay. Now, what when I got out, yes, I'm going to tell everybody. Yes, I even sold my XLM. I did. Okay. Because I'll be damned if I'm not going to lock in a loss when I know where that son of a bitch is going. Okay. And the object is for me to buy back in. I still haven't bought back in, by the way. I just, Joe and I are
we're up on the top, the two vultures right now, just waiting as that carcass looks okay. We want a little bigger than that. Let's let that one go by.
Yeah, I said, Joe, I haven't eaten for a while. Oh, what we'll do? Wait for an armadillo, okay? All right, I'll wait. So even, everybody always tries to get the bottom, always tries to get the top. Stop it. Eat the middle of the sandwich. So even if everything starts to skyrocket, then you get back in and you're going to sell at a profit. But at least you're going to have a loss that you can at least.
For tax purposes, yeah.
Oh, gee, willikers. Okay. So, the way Spirit always gives that to me is when they tell me to do it, is they said, this will turn into a profit. When they first started doing it, I didn't get it. And then I understood it. I went, son of a bitch. I said, that makes all the sense in the world. So you can sit here and be all upset, or you can say, well, son of a bitch, I think I got about $20,000 worth of deductions. There you go. Okay. Think about it. That's what I've done. But I totally would tell all of you out there, don't do it. It's a bad move. I'm looking for breadcrumbs. Son of a bitch.
There's no crumbs, but there's little orbs flying around instead.
I am getting inundated by orbs. It's funny. I think they like the subject that we're dealing with right here. Like,
has Spirit asked? Have you picked up anything at all on Luna versus Luna Classic now that they've,
okay.
the original Luna was what is now Luna Classic. So that's the one we've been buying that we got $100 coins down to 0.0000 like
0.0000.
I'm like, that's kind of the one I'm buying basically. And so I haven't bought any of the new ones. So I'm going, well, they gave me that Katy Perry song and I think it meant to hang on to the old one, but I don't know. I've been asking for Dream. I haven't got a Dream on it.
Yeah, well, this is what they gave me on it. They brought me to Las Vegas because somebody I was reading, they needed me to look into it. So this is what Spirit showed me. They brought me to Las Vegas and they brought me to those wheels.
Roulette?
Thank you. And they were spinning it. And so I understood. They said, this is for the gamblers. Okay. And that this wheel will spin. And the way that I was looking at it was that people who are doing day trades that, back in the day when a lot of people used to day trade stocks and stuff, that you would own, if you can do that and spend the time doing that you could like buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, in and out, in and out, in and out, and make a lot of money. Me, I can't get involved in that shit. Okay, come on, I'm still pressing a grind pace. Buy. Do I believe you can make some bucks in and out? Yeah, if that's what you want to do. I mean, that's the only thing that they showed me on that. It was the gambler's wheel. In that respect, I sure wouldn't put my mortgage on it. I think
no, hell no.
It might.
Yeah, I only put a little bit of money into that one, honestly, because it got destroyed so bad. I go, man, even like $500 to buy millions of these things. I'm going, shit,
right. Right. But see, the difference also is you have the ability and the talent to go in and out.
Yeah.
You have that knowledge, where me, the only knowledge I have about going in and out is dying.
And coming back.
Yeah, I've done that before. That's how it goes. Do you see some other questions that we can
No, no, nothing over here really. I did see an orb fly by though.
You saw that?
Not just now, about 30 seconds ago. I just didn't say anything yet.
That means I'm going to have a restless night tonight.
Yeah, I remember having a few of those after talking to you. Like, oh shit, I was up all night, couldn't sleep, but I woke up and I still wasn't even tired. I go, oh, okay. I mean, I barely got any sleep.
You know, it really is amazing how the energy that comes through me and it interacts with individuals that are watching this. Very, very strange how it does it. And that's why sometimes it takes a lot out of me, and it really shouldn't, but it does for whatever they're doing. But I know they're doing something, and they're doing something to a lot of people out there, and connecting with them in many different ways. So a lot of you out there, when you can't sleep at night, think of me.
Yeah. Think of that jolly old great face of his. See,
Oh my
and
God.
Sheba, you know, they're like, "What is there gonna be a Sheba burn, or what about Sheba?" And I'll go, "Well, I'm sure there'll probably be another burn, but yeah,
Listen,
I'm still liking Sheba myself. I,
bet your ass. Yeah.
you know,
Just don't forget this. When I brought Sheba over, and I said, they want us to get in. Okay. And then they gave me the whole thing that they showed it like a cash register. You go in, you make your money, you back off, and you wait. And that's what I kept seeing with it. So do I believe we'll all make money on it? Yeah, I do. Is it going to go up 100 times like other people? I don't know. But I believe it's tradable events. And not to get greedy. I know, when I told Joe to get out at 6, Spirit came to me loud and clear, call Joe, tell him he needs to get out. And it had to do with some bargain he made that he wanted to buy.
the helicopter.
Remember? Yeah, I said, they told me you wanted to buy something and you made some sort of a bargain.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even say nothing to nobody at the time. I go,
no.
Yeah, let me tell you the story.
Yeah, you didn't say anything to me.
I was like, I just wanted 50%. I was like, if I could get 50%, I could buy this helicopter and basically take all that Sheba out that half of it or whatever I was going to sell to get 50% and like got a helicopter for free kind of a thing. But instead, I get 100%.
I know.
So 50% basically went to the helicopter. Then I start buying. If Sheba starts falling, I buy more and I'm posting on Patreon. All right, guys, I got an order here at 46. I got another one at 32 or something. And we chased it all the way down and all the orders filled. Like, okay, well, I just bought just about all of it back. And I got a helicopter.
And you got a helicopter.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that shit. But I know a lot of people said you're crazy because it went up to 8. And I just say, do all those people still call you crazy?
Right. The same people who would have said Theta's not going below 10, 2 digits numbers again. Here it is at $1.19 today. Come on.
I
Don't
do
call me
believe
Jason for nothing.
Yeah, I do believe it's going below $1.
I'm with you. I
Yeah.
don't have dream numbers in the one dream they gave me with the XRP and the ETH and all that. With when I saw it, I was asking for Theta. I'm like, "What about Theta?" And he goes, "All right, let me look." Couldn't type it right. Look again. Try it again. He couldn't type it. So they didn't want me to see it for some reason. But I just deep down, I feel like it's going to be a smash on Theta. It'll be one hell of a time to buy some more, and then sit back on that baby and wait a while.
Well, it's one of these things. Now, when you buy in below $1, again, even if you don't hit the bottom,
right? It was 16.
When it gets
16,
when it starts to fight between 9 and 11, that's a hell of a profit to then take profit again. But I think a lot of this that we talked back with the XRP, where they just said you all need a lot of discernment on this, a lot of discernment, and have understanding. And that's really, really important. And that's why, like the XRP, I haven't touched. Nobody's going to change my mind on it. And yeah, the XLM, am I going to buy back in? That's your ass, I am. But I think, I almost did it the other day. I said it to Joe, but it's
I'm like, not yet. Yeah. Not yet. I know we're both hungry. Just wait.
I like it the buffet.
A smorgasbord is coming. Just wait. It's like when you go on a diet first, and then you go on the cruise and you stuff your fat face afterwards and you gain all the weight back.
And then when you get old, you go, will they have pudding?
Yeah. You could bet your sweet bottom.
So, we just got to hang on and understand there's a lot of different things that's going on here, in the physical world, in the spiritual world, everything. And we're riders of the storm. We really are. Have faith in it. But again, think about the breadcrumb we just left earlier. Okay. About riding like a with your crypto and doing nothing. Okay. Please think about that. And, there's no reason not to take advantage of it being low. Okay. Financially too.
And again, you could literally sell. There's your loss, log it. Okay, great. Go right. I mean, if you wanted to, right back in and go, I'm going to go and place a buy order, buy it all back right now.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a taxable event for next year if it's higher and you take your profit. Well, yeah, then you got to pay your taxes then. But like you said, if you're waiting the whole time and you got in way down here and this little U shape happens, you didn't capitalize on the loss. So it makes sense what he's saying.
Yeah.
And since I did sell, I told my Patreon members, hey, I'm doing this. And a bunch of them did it too, not too long ago because we were waiting for this big drop. That, and I was like, look, I know probably most of you are down on your whole portfolio because I know where it's at right now. I'm going, but if you just took off like 10%, even 10, just 10, and took this chance with me, I'm telling you, you could buy back a lot more if these numbers I got come. And of course, the freaking market dumped on us after that. So I'm like, well, there's your loss. So when we all did that move, that was at a loss. Yeah. And now it's going to be at a huge gain once we get it back.
Right.
But we're willing to take that gain later. But again, why waste that opportunity? So that it's a double whammy. It was nice.
See, I think that's what the difference between you and a lot of other people is, that you see the opportunity and you try to give some sort of advice on why do you want to go through so much pain when you can actually do something with that pain and turn a negative into a positive, because it doesn't do anything different. You could sit on it and go, oh my God, I'm down 50%. Or you could say, screw that. I think there's a deduction here. I bet there is. So it makes you feel a little better instead of, I can tell you right now that there's probably theta people that have held from $3 all the way up to 15 and rode it all the way back to $1 and didn't do a damn thing.
So think about that. At $3, you're down to even $1.50 would be half. That's a 50% loss that you can write off by selling at $1.50. Of course, it's more than that if you sold now at $1.19. But again, if you sold right away and you're scared, I don't want to lose my coins, then you could buy right back in. Same money.
How can you lose your coin?
Yeah.
It's still sitting there.
Yep.
That's why I said, even if it starts to pony up, well, so what? So you're buying it on the way up and you ride it up. That's okay. But at least you have some deductions, which really makes a lot of sense, in doing something like that. So if this is an opportunity, but, you have to, you have to be patient. You really do. And maybe all of you out there need to get a tattoo of a vulture. Okay.
With a two-headed vulture, me and Woo do this face on there. With me picking that damn implant out of his neck. Yeah.
That's a pretty freaky thing.
That thing is big, man. Usually, you hear about stories of that. It's like, okay, you kind of push it, and there it is. Like, it's right here. What is that? Yours is like little mini Quasimodo thing sticking out, like the hunchback.
What do you call it? A Quasimodo?
The Quasimodo, the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, Jesus, come on, Joe.
It's a mini hunchback.
Yeah, I got to get a 3X shirt just to cover
it. Yeah, he's got a secondary shirt he wears just for that thing.
They call me Lumpy. But, just, weird thing. But I did a little research on that lump, and I want to know if, other people that went through what I went through actually got one there, or a lot of them I saw were in hands, arms, legs. But it's so funny. One of them that I found that did it was somebody from New Hampshire.
Mm.
And it goes way back in time. I think their last name was White. One of the biggest abductions ever that were known. And they lived in Exeter, New Hampshire.
Mm.
And they pulled it out in exactly the same spot. I went, isn't that interesting?
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, whatever. Maybe that's why they keep throwing me out of heaven. Oh, no. You got that thing on you. You got to get rid of that first.
Can't have that here.
Oh, well, hey, it is what it is. You know, grin and bear it.
People are asking about silver. Silver, what about silver? What do you think about silver?
Oh, well, what I saw was silver. Silver doesn't take off until cryptos take off. That's what I saw. And this is the other thing. Remember the 222 parable, okay? Is that I'm being driven. I've said it. I said the last time. I'm going to say it again. To something big is happening, and I really can't say what it is. And it seems to be starting what I keep getting like the end of August, but going from August, September, and October. And what I keep getting is that this will also ripple around the world. Now, does that mean it's a really bad thing? No, it doesn't mean anything at this time, except whatever it is, it's really big. Okay. And it's encompassing, seems to be those 3 months, whatever it is. And that was the one thing that I saw about the precious metals is they came in, they started to do their thing after cryptos broke their 50,000, the Bitcoin that I've been waiting for. But realistically, in that hospital, I told you what was going to happen with those child blocks, and that it would go up to 40 people, pull down to 30, go up, come down, go up as it keeps doing this until all the oligarchs and the wealthy people get in and get in their positions. And I still believe that is what Cliff, and again, I mean, I absolutely could be wrong, but I think that is the panic to own. I really do. Even though we're seeing it in the law, you go, well, how could it be a panic to own? Okay, well, it would be if, you guys that are out there and you got 20 grand sitting in cryptos, you're panicking. What do you think these people that have $100 million and they're trying to get out of the fiat system, you think they're freaking panicking?
Oh, yeah.
Bet your ass they are. Okay, and it's about to get a lot worse for them. I just wish I could.
Didn't see that coming.
It's like, God, I wish I could say a lot of other stuff, but you'd be gone for life, Joe. Yeah. and we got to have these little fun times that we speak a lot.
Yeah.
And
all right. Well, we're going for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Unless there's something else you needed to say, I think we've kind of covered it all.
I don't. I think we bounced around and had a little bit of fun until the next time. And there'll be more to talk about very shortly.
Oh, yeah. I believe you're right. What is that, 22nd? Oh, yeah, that's right. All right. Soon enough. All right. Well, on that note, everybody, you
guys have a good evening. Have a safe one and be kind.
It's time to get on out of here.
Yeah. What did you just say? You sounded
time
like
to get on out of here.
You know who you sounded like was that guy on
Jeff Foxworthy used to say that.
Oh my God. No, who is that French? He talks French. Waterboy, the old man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no more. Everybody know that.
Well, my mama crab cakes.
Yeah, no more. Everybody know that. What'd he say? All right, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah. All right, my friends.
Okay.